Hello everybody, welcome to the first ever video on this channel. Really on this channel we're going to be selling you something, a health product, but ironically the first video is about I found out my mom has a tumor, and I'm about to head back to Illinois to help her with her first couple appointments and whatever. I think they're pretty confident they're going to be doing a surgery, so I'm going to stay there for the surgery. Again, I love my mom dearly, and I'm going to be there for her since, she's alone in a sense. She lives by herself. She's not alone. She's got friends, but she's alone as far as close family in that area, and to be with her every day. And I'm going to go do that for at least I don't even know, at least a month. We'll see what happens. But I was actually starting this channel to sell a product right here, these minerals. I have another son, Christian, who had leukemia as a boy 3 years ago. He's still with us, and however, I don't see him because he had a fever at my house, and I didn't get him to the hospital because I was told you only go to the hospital unless there's a fever, because he had so many fevers over his treatment. That they just said stop bringing him in, and I was told that by his mother. However, since that time I haven't seen him because she took that to the Child Protective Services, and Christian, who used to be my best friend, I don't even see him. I guess there was even more, the chemo didn't work, and they put him in another medical experiment, and he was in a coma for a week. No one even called me and told me. And at this point I can't even get a phone call to him. So I started working for a mining company because I had my own health issue, but I chose natural healing because the medical doctors, they couldn't help me. And once you can't help me, it seems like that's when people find natural health. And you'll notice quite a few medical doctors are finding natural health, and when they do, they completely make a switch when they get healed, a lot of them. And that's who I've been following kind of on the YouTube, some of these guys and some other naturopaths that are getting people well. And that's what led me to, I was dealing with the mining company, I was dealing with their product in a powdered form. And then I went to mine with them and realized in the whole form, if any of you have heard of beamer machines or PEMF, electromagnetic frequency machines, people used to heal with frequency machines until something called the Flexner Report back in the early 1900s. No one would get federal funding if they used the word energy or a frequency inside the body. And so since that time, we don't talk about energy or the electricity inside our body, even though we have a pulse, an electrical pulse, which is it's electricity. And with any electrical pulse, there's a magnetic field, like in your home wiring system. Ask any electrician, there's a magnetic field, and you'll notice the doctors that are breaking away and kind of doing their, healing people with natural remedies, they're always talking about the electric body, the electricity within the body. Many of us have heard of mitochondria, and they deal with the electrical side and making the electricity and getting a negative charge inside the cell is what's key, because you need negative 50 millivolts to make new cells, and if you can't produce new cells, you have an issue. And that's the number one thing. The core of health is electricity and keeping your electric magnetic bodies healthy. It's tough to convince or teach people this, as we've been conditioned to think, the white coats know everything, and they know a lot. However, you'll notice they never talk about electricity. However, if you don't have a pulse, your electric body, you don't last but 1 second. You hear about oxygen, you can last, second, 20 seconds or something. Water, food, yeah, you can last a while. But how long are you lasting without your electric body, without your pulse? That's who you are. You're not gonna last long, nothing. So the key is, and what we're going to be selling in the whole form, this is the crystal. I'm here, to show some health truths and some laws of nature, And it looks like now my first videos on this channel are going to be, showing me in Illinois with my mom. So my backdrop will probably be really simple. But in the end, we're going to go back to the laws of nature with this channel. And just you'll see how few simple steps, it's just about getting awareness of these steps and to get them into habits. And so the habit I want you to get into is to sleep with these minerals. I put them in a bag. There's a new packaging company. I'm new to the packaging side. We've been using this, and you can get. I have 4 of them in my bed. One of them's good. You just put over your heart area, and it grounds that electrical circuit. That's your biggest nerve ganglia right there, or the back of the head. You can put it under your pillow at night because it gives off a longer form wavelength. All these frequencies coming at us with cell phones, microwaves, you name it. They're the faster form. They're hurt. And then you think brain waves. At night you have longer, slower waves. And this is what you get for these is a slower wave, like these Beamer machines that they're approved in Europe for health issues. They're not here. We're not allowed to talk about frequencies and magnetic waves and things like that, even though that's what comes off the sun, what comes off the earth, that's what comes off everything. So I think it's time to focus on that, and again, that's what we focus on here with this product. There's a link down below. I'll be talking more about it. Again, you put them over your lymph node areas for circulation. You got 2 major areas like breast, the ladies with the breast cancer, it's always around here with these big, look at a lymphatic system chart. The big areas here, and then kind of in your groin area, you'd be amazed at how these little microcapillaries were not getting the proper oxygen or nutrients to these areas because they become occluded with waste, and then also because of emotional magnetics that you hold your emotions in your magnetic body like in a computer. All your disk drives are a magnetic base, like in your phone. There's always a magnetic strip because that's where memories are. When you have a different frequency pattern around that, you can slowly release these holds that are trapped on your body and cause a dysfunction, whether anxiety or sleeping issues or different issues. Whether you got a thyroid down, that can be an issue. I'll put a link down below of Dr. Jerry Levant. He's really making some good headway in what the electrical body and how that affects you. So again, moving forward, we're going to go help Nancy. She's always been there for me, so we're going to make sure her anxieties are low, and we get her help with the doctors and get this tumor out of her, and then she can do what she needs going forward to make a few changes and adjust some things. But again, we'll be back and tell you a little more about that. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and going forward, we're on a mission to see my son Christian on this channel and see how he's doing, and then hopefully we're going to see my mom get better and see how that goes. So again, everybody, thanks for everything, and we hope to meet you someday and see more of you, because right now I have no subscribers, and hopefully I'm not just going to talk into a plastic screen the rest of my YouTube career. So, alright, everybody, thank you. Bye.